Hello guys, what's up? It's Francis and Dad again. I have finally managed to get my microphone on my laptop functioning properly. Considering that I am in such a good shape in presenting another YouTube video clip tonight, I have decided to make another video clip, but with a completely different topic, and it shall be the feasibility studies and comparisons on a variety of the internet's censorship circumvention tools that you can get to use in countries where the internet is pervasively and heavily censored, such as in People's Republic China, in Iran, in Saudi Arabia, in Turkey, also in Singapore. These countries are best known for preventing their netizens to browse, to access, an internet free of bias, free of government control, and you certainly don't lack efficient and appropriate methods to circumvent the Great Firewall. Regardless of whether it is a paid one or a free one, Also for a paid one, they can implement different mechanisms of proxy servers, routing or rerouting, and the encryption protocols, as well as whether it's the tool itself is an open source or a proprietary one. Say the Hide My Ass is best known for its proprietary. It's it has its very specialized both software and hardware, to function properly, for its customers around the globe. It's for Hide My Ass, as well as the famous Golden Frog, which I believe it is based in Switzerland in Europe. For the Golden Frog is the one that I'm currently and most frequently what I use to circumvent the Great Firewall of China, and now it's proven most efficient and most stable, and smooth in my internet circumvention research and studies, as well as the empirical experimentation. So let's then turn our focus to the free ones. For free circumvention tools, you have the Freegate as well as the UltraSurf. They are both they are allegedly both co-developed by the infamous group to the Chinese regime, the Falun Gong, and allegedly CIA also provided some sort of assistance with co-developing these two types of circumvention tools. They are called Freegate and UltraSurf. While I can't comment much on its data structure, and how the developers keep developing and updating, the softwares themselves. But I can tell you for certain that Freegate and UltraSurf, they are not so stable. They always, they always tend, to, say the connection, they tend to drop, they tend to fluctuate, and it's not very decent or adequate for live streaming on YouTube. So, and they are both proprietary software, which means they are not open source, and which also means if you happen to be, a programming enthusiast, or fan, you can't pretty much make, lots of modifications to significantly improve their browsing stability and efficiency. So and on the other hand, we have the open sources circumvention tools, say typically, for example, called Siphon, which I have already included the link below for your convenience. You can access the link no matter if you are currently located in countries where they implement internet censorship, or if you are located in countries which are considered free, countries of freedom and democracy, like in Australia, in the States, or in Japan. You can access them, and they are always made readily available to you, and they are always user friendly. And also for open source circumvention tool, you can use the famous well-known Landon software. They are, for the Chinese netizens, they most frequently use Landon or Siphon, because they are they are the one of the easiest to use, and they don't actually require much manual configurations or reconfigurations, and most importantly, they are open sourced. That means you can modify the source codes without having to worry about the the copyright infringements, etc. And there's another one called the free browser. Well, it only runs on Android platforms, on Android mobile phones. It's proven to be according to the Great Fire. The Great Fire is a non-profit organization that monitors the alterations and the censorship, the real-time alterations and upgrade of the Chinese authorities' internet censorship. And according to their real-time test results, free browser seems to be the seventh or the sixth fastest circumvention tool at the moment. So, but however, it only runs on Android platforms. While for Siphon, for Landon, they can particularly Siphon, it's cross-platforms software. It supports multi-platforms, which includes but are not limited to Apple, iOS, MacBooks, Windows PC, Android too. And they are amazingly fast, and it's amazingly fast and versatile. And it's most importantly, it's user friendly. And for which I highly recommend that you use Siphon. And don't worry, it has little thing to do with your geographic location. If say even if you currently reside in northern part of China or in the southern part of China. Say if you are located in Shanghai or in Guangzhou or you are in Peking, the geographic location doesn't matter that much, although it somewhat matters. The circumvention speed and the stability can vary according to your local internet service providers. They because particularly in People's Republic of China, there are a couple of internet censorship. There are a couple of internet services providers, and each of them they implement or they employ different policies on censorships against overseas websites. Thus, they impose different levels of severity on the internet censorship itself. So do take note of that. And last but not least, do not fall into the propaganda that the Circumvention 2 services products provider, they are trying to indoctrinate you into believing. Always keep an eye on the user's experiences first, and always rely on the most current, most convincing, most trustworthy test results. No matter it's online or it's being spread by words of mouth. And yes, probably in a couple of years or in a couple of months, once I made my way back to Sydney, Australia, I might just work in internet security firm. So let's hope that my research and experimentation, my real-time research and experimentation based in mainland China can bear fruit eventually. And I sincerely thank you guys for keeping supporting my channel so far, despite of its imperfections and lack of genuinely useful contents. But still, I shall keep working on it relentlessly and recklessly to bring you guys the most practical, most useful YouTube video clip. Thank you again for watching, and I shall see you on the next episode of Francis Undead real-time internet censorship circumvention walkthrough commentaries. Thank you again, and God bless. Peace out. Enjoy life. Cheers.